Monday the 26th of February, and let's have a look at how the weekend has treated us this week. We've got 14 orders to ship out on Bricklink, and as has been the case in recent weeks, I did ship out some things on Saturday, things that came in either late Friday or very early Saturday morning, but not too much. So we've ended up here 210 lots, 1226 items. And if we look on Brick Owl, just 5 orders on Brick Owl. So Brick Owl's been pretty quiet. I kind of didn't expect it to be as quiet as it is, because the number of carts in the store was quite high going into the weekend, and I was hopeful that some of those would, transition into actual orders. But the actual cart count is still high and order intake pretty low. Now, I would have thought people have been paid by now. 26th of Feb, there's only a couple of days to go to the end of the month. I think most people get paid probably on the last Friday of the month or something. Maybe it is the last calendar day, which would be, I think, Thursday this week. But anyway, it is what it is. Order-wise on eBay, 4 orders in and ready to post. And as is usually the case these days, we've got most of this picked either yesterday evening or this morning. So let's have a look at what we've got going out this Monday morning. So we've got Hermione Granger going out on eBay. We've got one of the capes that are listed. This was a reddish brown cape, listed I think Friday, sold for £4.50, plus some other things. One of the heads that were listed recently as well. Some parts orders going out, and then another small order for minifig parts. This is an order for the Slave 1 sort of nameplate. This sold for £14. It was a nice find from a bulk haul. Then we've got various tiles and bits and pieces going out there. Another parts order, lots of rock pieces and profile bricks going out. More minifig parts, again, some heads that were listed recently. Also them torsos, I think, were listed just at the end of last week. And then more parts orders, lots of headlight bricks going out here in various colours. Then we've got an eBay order going out, and this was to, this had a note on it. It was one of the guys that had sent me some free Lego just before Christmas. He's placed an order for 4 of the Clone Shock Troopers and 4 of the other Clone Troopers with the blasters as well. Over here, more heads that were listed and torsos, some plates. I'm still in the process of picking this one. This one's on the cart at the moment. 103 lots. I'm not sure if I'll get that finished before I get to the post office. I need to start packing some of this lot before I finish that. Then we've got another order here, another cape and some parts. Then we've got a little order going off to the US here, and these tiles in particular, I think I'm the cheapest in the world on these. These are 60p each. Still got a couple of hundred of those in stock. Another order going off to the States, which has got this iconic cave, gift with purchase, and then another little order here, again a minifig head and a couple of other bits with that. So we'll get this lot packed away, ready for the depot. It's 8:45 now, so I've got about 45 minutes before I need to go. Get this lot packed and hopefully finish this one on the cart before I go as well. I'm just in the middle of doing a very small batch of parting out. This was a bag of 3 sets that came from the Brick Pickers store that were just bagged up. Actually, there were partial sets There was no minifigs with them, and a lot of the larger parts had already been parted out somewhere, I assume. So just doing that to fill a little bit of time in, because I'm about to go off on a hospital appointment very shortly. I have got a couple of orders in this morning to go out. That's the 103 lot order that I didn't get finished before I had to go out this morning. And I've got a couple of eBay orders, or one for this Tonwi minifig and for another clone shock trooper. And then I got an order for 450 of these, and the guy asked very kindly or politely if I would bag them into 10 bags of 42 for him, which I did oblige doing, because it was pretty easy to do as I was weighing them out, etc. So gonna get these packed up. I'll probably drop these in a post box either on the way to or back from the hospital, and that'll be me for the day. The rest of the day is going to be spent up at the hospital and not being able to work, unfortunately. It's Tuesday morning and I'm able to get back at it after half a day off yesterday, thanks to a little trip to the hospital, as I mentioned yesterday. Everything okay, so nothing to worry about. Yeah, just another occasion where you're losing half a day of work, but that's life. So let's have a look at what we got going out today. On eBay, we've got this Ultimate Laveria going out. I think that's sold for £15. We've got a Ron Weasley for £6 and another Clone Trooper going out for £7. Then we've got some parts orders here. Nothing particularly of huge interest to mention. We've got 9 of these supports going out, some tiles, etc. Now here, this one is a little more interesting. You might remember, if you watched last week's vlog, that I was doing some minifig stuff, and that included a bunch of capes. Well, this is 2 capes have sold. One has a purple side and a dark red side, and the other is a dark brown. And they have sold, one for £7 and one for £12. So it just shows where you can get some value with those kind of things. When you're finding these things in bulk lots or whatever. Those were actually, I think, from Brick Pickers. There was a bag of capes in amongst minifigs and stuff, so they'd come from there. This is an order going off to the US, and it's lots of minifig related parts, all new parts, from city stuff to collectible minifig series. So they'll be going out today. And then we've got another order here for lots of dark bluish grey parts going out as well. So we're going to get these packed up and then think about what we're going to do this morning. And I'm kind of torn between getting back to the heads and minifig stuff, because that does move. A number of the heads that I'd done have sold, along with other things like the capes, etc. So I'm tempted to do those, but we'll see what we get up to when we get back. So I've got some more minifigs, torsos and all sorts of stuff that I want to sort through. But before I do those, I thought I would go through my minifig tub, just to get these out into the other categories that I'm going to be going through anyway, so that I can split figures, torsos, leg assemblies, accessories, etc. into other piles, and then I'll sort through them from there. So I'll get cracking and get this lot sorted out. It's Wednesday morning, and forgot to really record much yesterday. Basically, what I was doing was sorting through the minifig tub that I pulled out yesterday, as well as a few other bags, and adding some minifig parts, accessories, that kind of stuff. Made up quite a few little minifigs. Nothing super exciting. A few collectible minifigs. So we've got a Dr. octopus, which was worth about £9. We've got a Boba Fett torso. We've got some pirates and some basic city stuff, which I do think are worth putting together and selling, and they do actually sell. And I've done some comparisons to check whether it's more advantageous to sell the parts versus the figure, and they work out pretty much exactly the same. So there's not a lot in it. I did find this torso here, which initially I thought was a Minecraft one. I just sort of glanced quickly, saw the Dark Azure, and hadn't realised it's actually not that. It's from one of the gosh, I can't remember which set it's from now. I think it's one of the figures from Adventure Time or something like that, and that's worth about £7. So that was a nice little find. Anyway, to today's orders, and let me just get them up. And we've got 8 orders going out on Bricklink, and we've got, let me get to this, we've got 4 going out on Brickowl, but the entirety of them, there's 12 orders, came to something like 22 lots. There's really hardly anything here, you know. Every order was 1 item, 2 items, you know, that kind of thing. So very low volume. Came down this morning, picked all 12 in about 10 minutes, something like that, 15 minutes. Really didn't take very long. So let's have a little look at what they are. So we've got a minifig torso going out on Bricklink. We've got 30 of these inverted slopes going out, a few Technic pieces. The capes are going well. We've got 3 black capes going out at £2 something each. And then we've got, you know, this is the thing with doing minifig parts. You know, you're getting a lot of this where it's, you know, 1 part selling, 1 bit of headgear, 1 head, that kind of thing. But, you know, at least they're moving. I mean, that head was £4. So although it's 1 item, it's still, you know, not too bad. There's 31 of each of those wedges. Then we've got a few small parts orders. Then 2 white capes going out. Those are about £2.50 each. And then some more parts going out there. So nice and easy morning's picking. We'll get these packed ready for the post office. And I'm probably going to keep pressing on, to be honest, with the minifig stuff. It's just I seem to be in a flow of getting it done. I've still got a file on the go of minifig things to upload, so I might as well keep adding to that, and we'll see what we can get added. And to be honest, I haven't got a lot of other new sets to add to the store. I do still have 11 of these to part out, which I've not done yet, mainly because I've still got plenty of the troopers here, all in bags ready to be gone because of them, you know, going on eBay, etc. And I do need to get over to the container and bring some more bulk back, but I don't think that's going to be today. So as I said earlier, I'm going to keep carrying on with minifig related parts that I found along the way. And I've already been adding to the brick store file this morning. And I've just come across another 2 modest sized bags of torsos so that I can actually get into them. And I'm just going to empty them out and have a little sort through and see what we can find along the way. and hopefully these are all pretty decent quality, I'm hoping, and we can get these added relatively quickly. Just looking to see what there is and see what value we can get from it all. So we'll check back in a little while and see what we've been able to add. So I'm finished with the minifigs for now. I've done about as much as I'm going to do for today. I ended up with a batch of 400 items, 236 lots, just over £200 worth, and we'll get these uploaded. I think the majority of the lots should be new, so we'll check back in a sec and see what kind of lot increase we got, and I'm hopeful that we're nudging closer and closer back up to the 14,000 lot mark. So we ended up adding another 166 lots, still a couple of hundred away from the 14,000 mark, so we're at 13,799 lots. We've had a few more orders in today, about another 5 orders, and we'll show them in the morning. I think I've not got them posted out today. They're all pretty similar orders to what I got this morning. Low lot count, low value, and I decided in the end to press on, getting as much uploaded to the store as I can, and I'll get these out in the morning. So I'll show you what we've got then. Hopefully we'll get a few more in overnight, and I think tomorrow we'll find something different to do. Well, here I am back at the container, first time back in a week or two, and somebody was asking in a recent video how the container was doing, what is it like at the moment, and this is pretty much the state of it. A little bit messy, and still a reasonable amount of bulk at the back to get through. Somebody else would crack through this in no time, but I'm not the quickest at sorting bulk, as I'm sure lots of you have realised over the course of watching the videos. I've got a tub up the front here, a couple of tubs that I don't want to take these tubs because they're just horrible tubs, so I'm going to be filling these two with things that I want to take back, and I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. This is a tub that last time I came I managed to pull a load of bags out of it that were already packed, like this kind of thing, things that were already put together, and they were really quick to list. So I might see what else there is in here of that kind of thing, but I don't think there's much now. And this is a problem I had where I think I mixed tubs up a lot earlier to condense space. I ended up topping a partly filled tub up with Lego from another tub, and in hindsight that maybe wasn't the best thing to have done, but not much I can do about that now. So we'll look through those couple of tubs, and there are also tubs here at the back that would just be easy to grab, that I might just grab. I keep thinking about getting this one that's got a largely built Millennium Falcon in there. There's not a lot else in there by the look of it, so that's a potential. And there's still lots of new stuff here, but it's all stuff that is in bulk, but might be worth getting it back and getting it counted, just because you do get buyers who will buy that bulk. Sometimes it's a critical mass thing where once you've got enough quantity of a given thing that it does actually sell. So we'll see how that goes. Not sure what's in this. We've got another tub here. We've got a partly built buildable minifig on the top. So I mean, this might even be worth pouring in to another container. I can see an R2D2 or something along that ilk on the top there. Got some other minifig bit there. So you know, that's got some potential. It's really just a case of not overthinking it, I think, and just grabbing a couple of tubs full and getting them back and getting them sorted. Now I do have some things in here that I've probably mentioned before that I need to get moving. These are some of the trays that will fit into these smaller drawers that we've got here. Oh, I don't know if I've got a drawer. Here we go. So these will fit, I believe, into these drawers. Let me take one out. And I think they sit on the top like that, so they're quite useful to people as storage, where you could have bags on the bottom part or some bulk, and then you could have these trays dividing other sections in there. So I've got a bunch of those that I'm going to be selling shortly. I'd really rather not post them though, so that's maybe going to be a job for a local pickup. Similarly, for those of you who do the Rayco drawers, that down there is a carousel where you can get 12 cabinets on a carousel, so that it'll spin around and let you choose parts off that carousel. If you're limited on space, that can be a good option. So you know, some things to get rid of. I've got some more of these blue containers that I'm a bit short on space to put them at the moment. We've got some sealed organisers, more organisers up there, some other drawer sort of dividers there as well, and lots of stuff kicking around. It really does need a good tidy up. I think this is just pretty much sort of bags and things, and this here is also more bags and stationery and the like. So I'll have a look around, decide what I'm going to take, fill a couple of boxes and get them back to the house. So I'm back from the container, and just thought I'd show you quickly a couple of tubs that I brought back. Just general sort of loose Lego, but these were both filled from a single large tub that I think I probably showed in the video, and there were a couple of things along the way that I sort of came across that I threw onto the top that I would want to probably pull out and put to one side. So for instance, there was the R2D2 figure that we found. There's this, which tend to sell well for a couple of pounds. There's a minifig part there. Then of course we've got this buildable figure, or this. I needed one of them the other day, so I'll pull that to one side. We've got this buildable figure that I'm hoping go together, and I do have a head for that, I think, that I found in another tub. So I'm just going to put them to one side and see if I can do anything with those. Other than that, in here, oh, there's another R2D2. These are always good sellers, don't sell for a ton of stuff, but little minifig part there as well. So I'm not going to rummage sort of too much in here, because I did, as I said, put a few things on the top that I'll maybe grab, just silly little things like printed towels, etc. Now in this tub, things like this I think will sell well along with the rowboat. These nets are always really good. I find they sell so quickly. And so nothing too earth-shattering on the top of this. We've got things like you know, little motorbike built ready there, which we'll probably sell for a couple of pounds. And yeah, other than that, nothing super interesting on the top. But I'm looking forward to getting my hands into those, because I did see some things along the way that, you know, again, not massive amounts of money, but I think, you know, would be worth the odd pound or two. Now then, I found this shoebox over there and decided I would pick this up. And what I'm assuming, I don't know yet, but I'm assuming that this is multiples of the same set, probably a city set. There are multiple bag fives, although obviously those are different. So whether this is one set or multiple sets, I'm not actually sure. I'm hoping I can identify something out of it. It looks to me like some kind of helicopter. And again, there's another bag five, which looks the same as that bag five. So there's at least two of the same set in there, I think. So we'll sort through them at some point and get those added to the store as well. So lots to get busy with. Haven't done much sorting of late, so it'll be good to spend an hour or two sifting through some of this stuff. And if I find anything super interesting, I'll maybe try and keep it to one side and comment on, you know, anything that I get. Things like this are good, you know, they will sell well. So yeah, lots in here, I hope, that we can find and make good use of. Thursday afternoon, so let's take a look at what's going out today. On Bricklink, we've got this large 56mm wheel and some steering wheels, some printed tiles, some sand blue parts. These have been selling well, which I came across in one of the items in the container is these strings. They're like about 50cm long strings, been selling them pretty regularly. Some minifig parts. This was an order to help another seller out from one of the groups I'm in. Some more minifig bits and pieces going out on eBay. We've got a pet groomer, and these have really slowed up, these sales of the collectible minifigs. Even the ones I got the other week, which were the what I would think of the good ones, just nothing's moving. I probably shouldn't have picked more of those up, but they're always good to keep on the back burner, and they'll sell in time, so it's not really a worry. Another torso that I listed the other day, and another small order there. So we'll get this slot ready for the post office. I need to be going shortly. Just have a look here at the mess that I've got going on with the tubs that I've sorted. I'm actually been sorting through both a little bit, just to try and get through some stuff. So we've got a bunch of plates here that we've pulled out, and I've just been filling up the various containers as I sort through. And then over here we've got a few things that we found, some lerps and derps there. We've got this, which I think is from Monster Fighters. This little conveyor, these are usually worth a few quid, 2-3 quid. We've got an Ant-Man buildable figure, which is not complete but not far off. And then lots of bits and pieces here. We've got some minifig parts, we've got some cool printed pieces. There was a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff in here. When I say Lord of the Rings, I mean really the printed tiles are what gives it away as being Lord of the Rings. There's no figures or anything like that. Various rock panels, lots of motorbikes, and some boats, and lots of printed parts and bits and pieces. So just working through them, and We'll get through some more tomorrow probably. Just looking down there, thought there was another hose there. I did find probably the longest axle I've ever seen, which is this one. I mean, I don't know if you can see my hand there, my fingers, and I don't know what length this is, but it's the longest axle I think I've ever seen. Got that and a few other bits of hose and what have you. So we'll be getting those listed in the coming days. We'll work through some of this stuff. Is stuff that I aim to get on quickly, like the lerps and burps and the conveyor and a few other bits. And then we've just run out of room in the container over here for all of the panels and bits and pieces. So I'll just put another one together before I start bagging them up and putting them aside. Did find another droid as well in there, so there's at least 3 droids in there. A few other bits of Star Wars helmet there, some hair pieces, and a few other interesting bits and pieces that are a little bit buried at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to get to the post office with this lot and then get back to it. Friday morning here at Brick Arena, and let's have a quick look at what we got going out this morning. Been rushing around a little bit because I've got an appointment in about an hour and a half that I need to get to. Well, we've got 8 orders here going out and 70 lots for 1,140 items. We've got orders going off to Iceland and the US amongst this as well. And if we look on Brick Owl, then we've got 2 orders on Brick Owl, 37 lots, 227 items. And on eBay, we've got 7 orders there. Now, let's have a look, because they are all picked, ready to pack as usual. And what turned out nice with the eBay orders, there were 7 separate orders, but they were all for the same customer, and they've bought 7 different Harry Potter minifigs. Now, the interesting thing from my perspective on this, obviously, is that I'll combine the shipping on this and save shipping. Otherwise, I'd have paid 7 times the shipping on this, so that's a real win. But it's also a mistake of the customers in that I typically have a deal on my minifigs where you get 20% off if you buy 3 or more. But I think to get that, you need to add them to your basket and then check out. If you just sort of purchase each one, there's no way for the system to figure out what you're buying and apply the discount. So if you're a buyer, be wary of that. Now, other orders going out, more Technic type parts going out. We've got a head going out to Iceland. And then we've got lots of bricks here going out to the US. Mostly 1x4s, 1x2s, and a few other bits and pieces. And then some Technic parts here, and 3 times this Technic manual. We've got a bunch of droids going out, new and used. We've got 10 of each of the types of droids from the battle packs, and a few other bits and pieces. Then we've got a small order for Technic parts there, and then another couple of parts orders here. So we'll get those packed away, and then we'll probably come back after our meeting, after our appointment, and crack on sorting through some of this and try and get some of the mess that I've pulled to one side listed, because some of these things will sell relatively quickly and easily. So we'll probably get those added to the store, or some of them added to the store today as well. So I just started adding a few things to a Brickstore file from all of that stuff that I pulled out of the tubs. So this was this kind of stuff here that I felt had some decent value in it. And most of it was things like motorbikes and some rowboats and canoes and lerps and burps and things like that. Then there were things like these vehicle grills, and you can see that the light bluish grey one there is going for about £3.30. I found 3 of them. So all good stuff. And I'm just starting to add a few more bits, and then I come to this one, which I didn't exactly know which set it was from, but I figured it was probably Lord of the Rings or possibly Vikings, but Lord of the Rings probably. And that's coming up at being worth £7 something, £7.20-ish. So that's a great find there. And we'll continue on with a few bits of minifigs and things that I found in there. We've also got this, which, let's just have a look at this. This would be worth £2 or £3, I would think. So let's put this on the camera, and then we'll do a quick look up. There it is in pearl gold, £1.50. So a little less than I thought, but nevertheless, when you add in things at £1.50, £2, and you add in them regularly, then they all mount up. Let's add the Spooky Tales book as well, and let's see what that comes up with. 78p. So if we just select all of those, let's do a quick pricing. So I'm not adjusting them at all. That's another £10 worth, just them few things there. So we take them, add them to the other file that I've got ongoing, and we're already up to £55 with just a handful of things that we've pulled from the tubs yesterday. So it just shows what value's there from things that you can pick out, just, you know, relatively random things before you start getting to the basic bricks of it all. So quite pleased with the way these two are going. Lots more to sort, of course. I certainly haven't stopped sorting through the tubs, but I just thought I'd get a few of these bits listed and see what we could get added to the store. Another quick update on just this little lot that I'm going through, because we've managed to complete a minifig here with this gold wing that I found. Found another droid, found some skeletons, this dinosaur suit tail for one of the collectible minifigures. But the real reason I turned the camera on was for this tile, because this tile turns out to be worth, according to Brickstore at least, £7.95. So nice little find. Only seems to come in the brick bank and the mystery machine, both of which are obviously expensive sets. So great little find, and just shows you once again the kind of treasure you can find in used bulk. And you know, these sort of things just make it all worthwhile. If you, I haven't even added these yet, but you know, I've only been going 10 minutes since I last spoke to you guys, and if I do a quick, in fact I didn't even add the tile yet, let me add that on, do a quick selection there and price this up. And again, the pricing's very rough, but that's another £20 worth there in them few things, on top of an already £69. So that's £89 worth, and it's literally a handful of parts. These came from it, a few other bulky things that I've put away, and then a few minifigs and stuff, and that's pretty much it so far. We're already up to £89. So well worth it. These tubs at least, great value. They're not all like this. I've had tubs where the hard work. They're all basic bricks, still worth the money, I guess, but it's when you find these little bits of treasure that make it all worthwhile. So I'm carrying on adding parts. We're up to 96 lots at the moment for about £121. Lots of Lord of the Rings tiles from Mines of Moria and things like that, and also the Vampire Castle. So I'm going to keep cracking on with that, but 3 orders just come in, which I'm going to drop off at the post box this afternoon. So we've got 150 of these 1x1 blue tiles going out. We've got a small parts order with some minifig heads and a couple of other bits and pieces and an instruction book. And then on eBay, we've got a Thor figure going out for £10.99. So I'm going to get those packed up now. And you can see that this has gotten down a lot now. There's a few tiles left and things that will get processed shortly, and then we might see if we can do a little bit more sorting. So I've just uploaded the file I've been working on, ended up with 112 lots for £132. That gave me 91 new lots, which has pushed us up to 13,825. So we're pushing back up closer to the 14,000 mark now, which is really good news.